How do you find the entry point?
Oh, it's perfect. It's
Excellent.
a 10 out of 10.
Wow, what a view.
Yeah, it's a beautiful home.
When it comes to buying a house, there's a lot to consider. How's the view? Are there enough bedrooms? Is it close to schools and transit? But what about the space to turn in bathrooms and kitchens? And the size of hallways and doorways? There was no way for prospective buyers to know until Gerry Post came along.
I was looking for a house for my daughter, who was thinking about moving back from California. And she says, Dad, you know, I'd love to have you come over for a Sunday dinner and things like that, so it'd be nice for it to be accessible. So then we began searching for an accessible home, and it was impossible. You know, so we'd have to go and visit, and quite often the home was not accessible. So it was a waste of our time and the time of the agent.
So me trying to show people with disabilities homes has been a very difficult challenge. Oftentimes I'll find a home that I think is accessible or adaptable, and I'll show up to the house and we can't even get through the front door due to the size limitation of the door, or perhaps everything works great except for the hallway to the main bedroom is too small and we're unable to get in.
Fresh off his experience house hunting for his daughter, Post ended up in front of the Nova Scotia Association of Realtors. He was there to give a presentation about accessibility.
I suggested that, it would be nice if you could have an accessibility filter to search for homes. And they said, yeah, we're going to do it.
2 years later, here we are. We have great fields that are going to help a lot of people actually be able to search for homes that have had great difficulty in the past.
Nova Scotia Realtors are the first in the country to make this accessibility information mandatory on MLS, the multiple listing service.
We just added a few extra fields.
Kyle Clark says key details such as doorway and hallway widths, the turning radius in the kitchen and bathroom, they're all new. So is information about whether there's a barrier to get through the front door.
A lot of homes, if they have 3 or more steps, are very difficult to add a ramp to. Now, 3 or less, it's a very easy task to add a ramp. So we added that field so people can simply click, search, and say, okay, I can adapt this home, so I can move into this home. All right, so the door looks a little small. It is only 28 inches.
Yeah, no, that's, yeah, that is tight.
So it looks really tight. Not sure if it has turning radius.
This bathroom is really too small. Of course, there's no turning radius. Like, how would I close the door, right? That'd be a bit of a challenge. I guess I could do it.
Door sizes are very important. So now we have the measurements, so we know, okay, well, the entry door is 32 inches or larger, so my mobility device can fit through.
This new listing tool is just rolling out. The plan is to add additional accessibility categories to help even more buyers find their home sweet home.
And I'm involved in this movement of making the problems accessible. It's, you know, it's like pushing a rock uphill. And in this case, you know, when I was pushing it, they started to help, and it's rolling downhill, and I'm trying to catch up, to keep up with them. So, it's an amazing initiative.
Elizabeth Chiu, CBC News, East Lawrencetown.